Hey YouTube, Dawson Ryder here with my review of the Ninja Power Star 3-Packs Series 1. So this is Ninja Steel's equivalent of Ranger Keys or Dino Chargers. Just like we saw in the Morpher, we're getting little Power Stars, and honestly they're kind of lame. Also, there's a slight chance I mixed up the order of what's in what set. It got kind of confusing, but it doesn't really matter. Well, it does, but it doesn't. But anyway, a real quick look at the packaging, just because I want to note that I think it's cool that they included this cardboard piece. Again, they have this look of like the Ranger reaching out and holding the item, and it's holding the sword, and it's got, you know, this is where one of the discs is, and I don't know, just thought it was cool. And it's got a little bit of the blue color to break it up, to make it stand out a little bit. On the back, it advertises these little ninja action-y packs. Shows what the thrilling things you can do with it. You can get the one sound, you can shoot it with the shooter, and you can throw it yourself, and it advertises the rest of them. So I just wanted to make note of that. These in the back here are the ones going to be for comparison, so those did not come with any of these. Okay. So for these, you have two different styles of pack. You get one where you'll get 3 stars, and then you have one where you get 2 stars and these little shooters. And these little shooters are not, you know, any kind of drinks or anything. They are just little red plastic things that you place the disc in and you shoot them. Let's just demonstrate right now. Just put one in and shkaboof, and it fires. So if you don't feel like doing it yourself, and they're both the same, they're all just red with the silver piece on here with the logo on it. I kind of wish they were at least different colors, especially since I bought the whole set. It's like, at least give me like a blue one or something, but that's all. They don't mount on your wrist or anything. That is what they do. Okay, so now for each of these, you basically get a in-show one and a individual Ranger and a team one, with the exception of obviously the dual packs. So let's go ahead and I guess get started. I do want to make note that the Red Ranger ones and the team ones all have the same sound across the board. I'll show 2 of them for each just to sort of quote-unquote prove it, but I'm not going to bother showing it for everyone because it's the same. But so let's go with this first pack. First off, you just get a standard red one, which is a little bit different from the regular one, which is right over here, which has a regular sticker. This one has a unbelievably awesome holofoil one, and by that I mean not really, because honestly it's really dull looking. I think they could have made it look a lot cooler. And here you can at least see the difference of this was like one of the initial releases that got out of the stars that didn't have a design on it, but these ones are fixed. They're still foam, but they have designy stuff on them. But this is going to have the same exact sound as the regular red one that comes with the Morpher.
Red Ninja Power Star. Activate.
Alright, and then of course, just like I did with the Morpher, here it is with the Japanese counterpart. Obviously this isn't a holofoil version, but you see it has the actual flip-up head that you can put on the Megazord. It's got the drawing there underneath, and this is detachable, and it has sounds and lights and stuff like that. So that's the difference there. Okay, so here is our Red Ninja Power Star, or not Red Ninja, Zeo Red, Zeo Ranger 5. Again, also with that dull thing. Now, here's the thing. I mean, they'll probably try to milk this for sure and have all kinds of variants in the next 2 years, but if that's the case, can we have just gotten one that looks the same as these? That would have looked so much better. Oh, sorry about that, the camera unfocused. But, you know, just the standard sticker, because the dull ones honestly look cheaper, and compared to the stars I got with my Morpher, a lot of these are either peeling or bubbly, so yeah, that's a thing. So here we go. It says Legendary Red Star, and then you get the same morph noises, and then the same attack noise. And that is the same noise for Turbo, for Jungle Fury, for Ninja Storm, for RPM, and for Samurai. Every single one of them has the same exact noise that says Red Power Star. Doesn't say their individual names. That's all you get. Same noise, same morph noise, same attack noise. Okay, so now here is a team one, our first example of a team one. I don't really have a comparison here, or for the other one. I mean, I kind of do, but you'll see. But this one has the full shot of Mystic Force, and you get like the white background or shuriken background or whatever. But let's check that out now.
Legendary Team Star.
Team Star. And then when you press it, same attack noise. And that right there is the same noise you will get when you put in Super Mega Force, other Mystic Force with a different outing, and then Alien Rangers. Same exact stuff. Alright, this one will at least get a different noise that we haven't heard before, at least in my reviews. You might have heard it before elsewhere or whatever. But here we have Pink's. It's in the dull one. I'm not sure. It might already be known, but I don't know what Pink is going to come with regular. But you get the dull version here. But you get a different sound at least. So let's do that.
Pink Ninja Power Star. Activate.
And when I said different sound, I didn't mean different from what the regular Pink one would be. I just meant a sound we hadn't heard before. Alright, there's no need to show the sound for this because it's going to be the same exact thing I just showed you for the other one. But this is turbos. Again, same dull setup. Here we have yellows. There we go. You can see there it's showing how much that's peeling and bubbling, and that's the way it came out of the package, which is kind of awful. Here it is compared to the one you get with the Morpher. As you can see, the design differences and the regular sticker. And then obviously, here's the difference between its Japanese counterpart. Oh, sorry about that. Again, yeah, sounds a little minor dying. I think these work, but they're dying, the regular ones that I had plugged into anything. Same noises, but we'll go over it anyway, in case you didn't watch the Morpher review.
Ninja Power Star.
In which case, how dare you? Alright. Now, Jungle Fury. Again, no need to go over the sounds because it's going to be the same as the previous two that I just showed you. Super Mega Force Team 1. That one's really dull. Like, not even talking about just like, you know, just the way it looked, it was hard to even get a beat on it. Same exact one as this one that I just showed you. Okay, again, this is going to have the same Red Ranger sounds, but this is Ninja Storm's. And I do actually have a comparison because, to be honest, I don't remember if the Ninja line did more past gimmick stuff in terms of Gashapon and stuff, but in the show, Hurricane Red and Ninja Red made cameos and we got special shurikens for it, so those were in the show, so we got ones for that, and there's an obvious difference there the way they look. They took the same basic concept of like how the front art would look and stuff, but these had sounds and stuff and music and phrases, so yeah. I don't think, to be honest, I don't think / hope we're not getting a crossover, but those, like the two Ninja ones would be the only plausible ones that could have any in-show connotation. Okay, this one's actually going to have something different. This is the Megazord Star, or the Zord Star for the White Ranger and her dog Zord, which is called, I think, Kodak Zord or Kodiak Zord, something about cameras, but not really. But so you do get a different sound here that we haven't gotten before, I mean. Oh, it's doing the thing. This one is tricky. I'm not sure why. For real, I'm not sure what it is about this one. There we go.
Kodiak Zord. Summon.
Okay, so you at least get a Zord summoning noise, and then the same attack noises. But I'll probably leave that quote-unquote flub in because when I was even doing prep for this star in particular, I had problems getting to read. It would either just make that spinning noise forever and ever and never show me the Zord noise, or it would just make the clicking noise and then no noise, like you saw just now. So I don't know. That was just a weird fluke one. All right, this is an interesting one. This is an attack star. This is used in the show for special attacks of the different elements represented around here. Now, its counterpart is very different. Right here is its counterpart, which was sold separately as well. But this one, they did something interesting here is the way they're going to milk it for all the different elements. This one is specifically water, and so I'm going to assume there's going to be one with a different one highlighted to each section, so there'll be different sounds, whereas this one, you would select it. Again, this one's probably dying. It is dying. But yeah, you would select it depending on which attack you would want to do. So obviously very different there. So you got that. So you get that. Okay. Now we only have one more sound here in the next set, but for now, these again, here's RPM Ranger Red. He is not going to have different sounds than the other Red Ranger ones. Another Team Mystic Force star, which what's different about it is the different Shuriken type, which I mean, I assume they were going to do this to extend this, especially since they're probably going to be doing it for 2 years. But right in the first wave, you got to give us 2 Mystic Forces. I mean, they already don't make different sounds. I mean, Kabite side. All right, this is the last one that's going to have a sound worth showing. This is the Megazord version for blue. It'll say Dragon Zord. This is essentially what it's like in the show. You would get it with the Megazord. Again, I don't have the Megazord one. I mean, I do. I just don't know where it is, where it would have a golden thing here and more like proper dragon looks for the Megazord. But this is the equivalent. And this main piece came with the Shuriken engine, and then it had all the different backings so that you could switch it out for whichever one you wanted.
Dragon Zord.
It's like Robot Tommy.
Summon.
Alright, just to show. Alright, that's all she wrote for actual sounds to show off, and then these last two are just a quick look. Here's Samurai Reds. Yet again, I always mention it, but no different sounds. The first Red Ranger ones I showed you, I don't even think I showed 2 of them to prove it, like I said I would, but they all make the same exact sounds. Like, I don't really feel like I need to prove it now. Like, so I'm just arguing with past me from the beginning of this review. Civil War. No, but there is Alien Rangers. So, yeah. As someone who was totally fine, well, except for the fact that they continued forever, but totally fine with the look of the Ranger keys, and I thought the Dino Chargers were pretty well done too. There were definitely some discrepancies early on with some like inconsistent printings of the regular ones, but I thought they did a cool job of keeping that going. The variants looked cool. To be fair, or to be honest, rather, I did get sick of collecting them after a while, but they did a good job of making the variants different and extending it for years, and the little figures were a cool bonus to those sets. But honestly, this is a dud for me. Again, as someone who's not usually as hard on Bandai of America and think they actually do some cool things, this is a dud. I failed to mention this. I failed this city. Sorry, I couldn't resist. I failed to mention this in my Megazord and Morpher reviews, but I think they missed out on making these an in-between size between like essentially that and this to essentially the size of the Megazord, so that even though they don't make sounds, to make it compatible with the Megazord, to give that cross functionality between the Morpher line and the Megazord line, which they had for Dino Charge. I mean, they didn't make sounds, but you still had the cross functionality, and they even had that for Super Megaforce, which they didn't do that with Gokaiger, but we had the cross functionality with keys for Zords and Megazord. I guess we did have it with the a little bit with the Megazord. But anyway, but regardless, they had that 2 years running, so they missed out on a third year of having that cross line stuff where you had the Megazord and the Morpher be all cohesive with the gimmick, which I just think makes buying into the line more worth it. But in general, these are boring. I didn't expect them to do sound. Maybe it would have been neat if they would have just sold you one that had cool sounds from the show. But you just throw them and they're boring. The stickers aren't even good quality. I'm personally sick of past seasons infecting current season's lines, whether it's Power Rangers, Sentai, or Kamen Rider. And this is like the ultimate of that for me. It's just a really bad sticker on here. And on top of that, they don't even make different sounds. It'll just say Red Ranger or past team. At the very least, I could have given this a little bit of a pass or a light recommendation if they would have said Alien Rangers, Mystic Force, Red Turbo picks up Samurai, Red Turbo. That could have at least been a redeeming thing, but honestly, this is a dud on all fronts. They don't look that great, the sounds aren't that worth it. Honestly, the only way I recommend these is if you are buying into this line somewhat with the Morpher, I can recommend picking the ones up, such as maybe this one, or like this one, or this set that comes with ones that are from the show. To be honest, I'm not even sure how much I'm going to be picking up all of these throughout the next 2 years. At the moment, I'm just planning on picking up the ones that have in-show ones. We'll see how the reviews go and how much of a demand there is for it, because yeah, it's just, I really can't recommend it outside of getting the ones you would need for in-show stuff. But anyway, until next time, make sure you have the Crazy Podcast at WritersRangersRambles.com, and of course, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Till next time, Dawson Rider, signing out.